Raider Coaches Show. Bubba Sullivan, the head coach, is with us, and they're 2-0 after a win last night over New Prague on the road by a score of 45-25. Talk about the game, Coach.
Yeah, it was a nice game for us. We jumped out to a good start in the first quarter. Our first drive, we ended it with a Tommy Gallagher field goal. Next time we had the ball, John Vitito scored on a 7-yard run, and the point after was good. And we had one more score in the first quarter. Brandon Foster scored on a 1-yard run, and so it was 16-0 at the end of one.
All right, and looks like you must have continued things okay well as you went into the second quarter.
Yes, New Prague put a field goal on the board. Lars Presteman completed a 14-yard pass to Isaiah Walker for a touchdown in the second quarter. New Prague was able to score again to make it at that time 24-10, and that was the score at halftime.
And what was the mood at halftime? Did you tell the kids that, hey, we're ahead, but let's not get crazy here? Or?
Yeah, and we had, I thought we played overall a pretty solid game up to that point. We've made a couple mistakes that, we wanted to clean up, a couple mental errors and things like that. So, and that's kind of our goals. We always say, hey, if we're ahead at half, we want to go and win the next half too. And third quarter, Brandon Foster scored on a 13-yard run, and then that made it, with Tommy Gallagher's extra point, made it 32-10. New Prague, when our second team went in, New Prague recovered a fumble and ran it back 47 yards for a touchdown, 32-17. In the fourth quarter, I'm sorry, I missed a touchdown in the third quarter. Noah Johnson completed another pass to Isaiah Walker, and then New Prague scored at the end of the game to make it a total of 45-25.
New Prague still doing a little rebuilding, but you can't take them lightly.
No, they're getting better. Coach Danner's doing a nice job getting that program back on its feet and back where they want it. So they're rebuilding, but they're certainly getting better.
Everybody healthy after last night?
Yeah, for the most part. We had a couple bumps and bruises last night, but I think for the most part we assume everybody will be ready to go in our next game. Our running backs ran hard again. Brandon Foster had a 100-yard game, had 113 yards rushing, and then John Vitito and Mitch Stancini and Carter Hodap combined for another 130 yards. So we're happy with the way we're running the ball.
Back on our Northfield Raider Coaches Show, and Bubba Sullivan is with us. They're 2-0 after a win last night over New Prague, 45-25. Next week, you get a home game finally, and you've got Mankato East, and they had a tough one last night, losing to Mankato West by a score of 28-21. Talk about Mankato East a little bit.
Yeah, Mankato East is really good. I think I would put them up there with West and Owatonna, and is certainly one of the top teams in the conference this year. We saw them on film in their first game, and they've got speed and size, and they just look like a very good team. And obviously, they proved it last night by taking Mankato West to the wire. I heard that maybe came down to the final drive. So we'll have our hands full with Mankato East on Friday night.
What do you think your number one key is going to be?
Well, I think for us is just get rid of mistakes. We had too many penalties the other night, a couple turnovers. We need to get rid of that stuff to really compete with them. And then, it looks to me like their team speed, we can't give up the big play with them, and those will be a couple important factors.
All right, well, congratulations on how things are going so far, 2-0, and hopefully be some good momentum at home next week, taking on Mankato East.
Yeah, we're looking forward to our first home game, and it's certainly a good way to start. So thank you, John.
All right. Bubba Sullivan, the head coach of the Northfield Raiders here on the Mighty 920 KDHL. Stay tuned. Our Northfield Girls Coaches Show coming up in just a moment.